165 kilometres north-northwest of Adelaide, along a stretch of the York Peninsula known as the Copper Coast, is the township of Moonta. Nicknamed Little Cornwall due to the high population of Cornish English settlers that founded the mining town, Moonta holds true to both Cornish traditions as well as the mining heritage that forged it in the mid-19th century. Although the town wasn't officially surveyed until March of 1863, it began its life in 1861 when Irishman Patrick Ryan discovered the first piece of copper ore. The greenstone had been excavated by a local wombat. Ryan saddled a horse with the intention of travelling to Adelaide in order to attain a lease for what would become the richest mine in the state of South Australia by 1917. Unfortunately, Ryan's decision to stop for a few drinks at Port Wakefield led to loose lips and a loss of time. As a result, word of copper ore being found in the Moonta area reached Henry Richard Hancock, who promptly acquired the lease for the Moonta mine. Hancock Sr. worked as a captain of the mine for 34 years before passing it over to his son Henry Lipson Hancock, who ran the mine until June of 1922. A miner's life in the 19th century was hard and dangerous, with many beginning their career as young as 10 years old, sorting ore for a mere 10 cents a day, minus any pay deductions fined to children seen to be wasting time. Hancock Sr. ran a tight production line, and in doing so he was able to keep the Moonta mine profitable despite fluctuating copper prices. He also strengthened Moonta as a community and created a foundation that allowed the town to survive long after the closure of the mine in 1923. We spent our first day in Moonta familiarizing ourselves with the town's history, while also investigating the ruins of the HUGHES and Rickmans Engine Houses. It was at the HUGHES Engine House that we captured this EVP of a woman's voice. Wendy believes she may be saying the words, "a lady." I hear the words, "unless she should." You may glean something entirely different. Come nightfall, we joined with Ian Reid of Spirited SA for our main investigation. We began with a stroll through the Moonta Cemetery. The burial reserves, which would later become the walled-in cemetery, were surveyed around the same time as the town itself. Our main interest was in the eastern section of the cemetery and a massive field of unmarked graves, the final resting place for dozens of children who lost their lives to disease epidemics such as typhoid fever in the early days of the mining town. As we approached this section of the cemetery, three things happened in the space of about a minute. The first was the capture of two EVPs that we were not aware of at the time. Shortly after this, Wendy felt a handful of gravel lightly thrown at her face, and I witnessed a shadow figure cross a row of tombstones and disappear. Having now discovered the EVPs, we believe these three things are connected.
There's a camcorder. It's got a bloody really an awesome illuminator on it. Yeah. It's better than the lighting I was going to get with the other one. Those bronze that went onto them.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for any camera stuff, infrared it's called.
I was going to say we wouldn't find a second one.
Yeah.
Infrared.co.uk.
Okay.
He's pretty good actually. He gets back to you straight away too. He's got heaps of a range. He's got me convinced to buy a little bloody camera too. Take snapshots.
How
I'm going to go on the website.
You know how we put on the website the ones that people use to film their pets and stuff like that?
Yep.
The little $50 ones. I've got to get some of those.
I think it was down here, wasn't it?
Set up,
Yeah.
you know, when you go off doing stuff. Is this the unmarked one?
I think somewhere. Yeah. I'll do a quick.
So I got a little pod cam, which you get that 360 set up.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive to get it, but these bloody handy down the crack.
Yeah, 360 one would be great. Did you hear something, hon?
I just got pebbles in my face. I thought I'd
Really?
walk through a tree, but there's no tree there. Seriously. That should connect to with my glasses. That is weird.
Somebody throwing pebbles.
That is bizarre.
There was just something that was moved.
Yeah.
A black shadow. Next, we return to Rickmans Engine House. Designed by engineer Frederick May, Rickmans Engine House was built between 1867 and 1869 and housed a 32-inch Cornish beam engine during its days of operation. We spent some time investigating this location during the day, but yielded no results. Our second visit to the ruins was a different story, and we were able to capture a bizarre hissing sound on our voice recorder. We all heard the sound at the time, and at first we thought it might have been a snake. But when it continued 2 more times, we determined it sounded more like steam whistling through a metal pipe. An impossible sound, since there were no pipes running through the area, and to our knowledge the sound has not been encountered before. We were also unable to find any snakes or wildlife anywhere in or near the engine house.
Did you just get a hissing?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
I don't know. I've never even idea. Yeah. You got it too? That. What the hell is that? Yeah.
Whoa! That's not a snake.
That's weird.
That's really bizarre.
Yeah.
Did you get out and record?
Yeah?
I should have bought my wrist one.
That's why I didn't go off this afternoon or
Wow.
whatever that is.
No, that wouldn't have been a
There's
snake,
no
it's too loud for a
gas.
snake.
Yeah, there's no gas pipes through here though.
That's what it did sound like though, didn't it?
It did,
Sound
yeah.
like a hissing or a... Yeah, alright.
Let's stop now.
I've never heard that before coming here either. Not during daytime anyway.
Somebody hissing at us.
It's almost like they were stoking it up. Make sure you edit that. Make sure you edit that bit before you...
It scared the shit out of me. I thought it was a snake.
I thought it was a snake. I couldn't get out there fast.
I normally make it.
I thought, nah, that can't be a snake. That's way too pissed off to be a snake.
Yeah, that sounded too loud, didn't it?
You could
Yeah.
you could hear it out here. You could hear it in there.
It was deafening in there, but it was behind me. It was nuts.
There it is.
Finally, we arrived at our main investigation location, the Cornwall Hotel. Established in 1862, the hotel has had a somewhat sordid past and is supposedly home to a number of spirits. We began our investigation in the cellar, which once served as a morgue, and it was here that we managed to establish clear communication with the spirit of a young male using the divining rods.
If there are any children here with us, you can also play this game. So if you're a boy child, you can cross them over. And if you're a girl child, you can push them completely open. I can feel you trying. Try really hard. You can do this. You can use our energy, mine and Justin's.
Yeah.
Good. Keep going. You can cross them over if you're a male. Push them open if you're a female. You're doing it, but you have to cross both of them. If you're a male, cross both of them over. All the way over, both of them. You have to do both of them, or we won't know it's you. So both of them. Cross them both over. Keep going. Good. Use the momentum. Push them over. All the way over. Doing great. Keep going all the way. That's great.
Alright,
Thank you very much for that.
alright.
Okay.
Now, we need to just confirm that that's
That's you, and it's not just the earth. So can you open them back up?
Doing good. Push them back open. That's
All the way, yep.
fantastic.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Now we know that you're here with us. Okay. So if this is the spirit they call Frank, can you please cross them back over for us? If this is the sweet little children spirits, can you please push these all the way open? So it's either the children or it's Frank. I can feel you trying to pull them open.
Yep.
Good job, little ones. You're doing fantastic. So all the way open.
All the way open. Oh,
If you're the
brilliant.
little children, that is fantastic. Well done. Keep
Okay.
going just a little bit more. You are wonderful. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now can you set them straight again, and we'll get on with the next question?
Yeah, so just put them back in front of me where they were, and we can keep talking.
Oh,
to you.
that's
Good
brilliant, honey.
job.
That's brilliant. You're getting it.
That is fantastic. Now we
All
would
right.
love to know how old you are. So, if you're less than 10 years old, can you cross these over? And if you're more than 10 years old, push them all the way to the side. So are you less than 10 or more than 10? I'll let you answer that. I can feel you trying.
They're opening up.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So
So
you're
that's
more than 10?
more than 10. Okay.
Keep going.
All right.
Wonderful. Okay. Can you put them back to where they were? You're doing fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay. Let's say if you're 11, can you cross them over?
If you're less than 15, can you cross them over? So were you between 10 and 15? Oh yes, that's very good.
Oh,
Very,
brilliant.
very good.
Okay, so we're between 10 and 15.
Now, we would like to know if you died naturally of illness or if somebody interfered and killed you early, don't we?
Yes.
Alright, so
Open them back up first, and then we'll...
to the front. Good, that's wonderful.
Alright.
So what we're going to say is if you were sick and you passed away, can you cross them? But if somebody hurt you and killed you, can you open them all the way up? So was it sickness or did somebody hurt you? It's looking like somebody hurt you.
Okay.
Keep
Somebody
going.
hurt you.
I'm really sorry about that.
Okay.
I really am.
So let's...
Fantastic job. Now
This-
can you put them back as they were? You've done wonderful. Thank you so much. Now can you put them back in front of me, straight ahead?
That's it. That's
You
it.
are
Yep.
wonderful. Thank you very, very much.
Now,
So good.
if I just have one question: is the person that hurt you? Is that the man named Frank that's also here? Can you cross them over?
If Frank hurt you, can you cross these over?
If it's not Frank,
If
can you
it's-
open them up?
Yes, if it was someone else, push them all the way open. So
It wasn't Frank. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You are wonderful. Thank you
Set
so
them
much.
straight.
Can you put them straight ahead again?
Yep. Oh, that's wonderful.
Good job.
All right.
Thank you so much. We know how much energy this is taking.
No.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much. If you like people coming here and talking to you, can you cross these over? If you don't like people coming and you wish they would stop,
And you want us to
and
leave?
you'd like us to leave, please push these all the way open. All the way open. If you'd like us to go now, leave you alone.
Okay. Well.
done. Okay.
All right. Well, you've been very cooperative,
You're
so we're going to
wonderful.
leave that there,
Thank
and we're
you
going to let
so
you
much.
in peace.
Following this divining rod session, we did spend some time investigating two of the hotel's most paranormally active rooms upstairs. However, we experienced no further interaction after leaving the cellar. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching and helping to support our channel. Be sure to also support our friends at Spirited SA Ghost Tours. And as always, you can join me again very soon for episode number 7.